Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, it's St. Patrick's Day. We're celebrating with a special performance from the Seattle Irish Dance Company. Plus,
there was this lady behind me in a Bentley SUV, and I didn't even know they made Bentley SUVs, but apparently in Naples, he was like, make me one.
Comedian Pete Lee is here in studio. We'll chat about the big break he got all because of Jimmy Fallon.
All of the girls you loved before.
It's New Music Friday. We're telling you all about Taylor Swift's 4 brand new songs released ahead of her tour kicking off today.
Then Kel's Irish Pub is showing us how to make some St. Patrick's Day drinks, and Miladys Irish Pub is dishing up some shepherd's pie. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Hello, it's going to be such a good day today. Thank you so much for being here with us. We're always excited to have you. I'm Carly Henderson.
And I'm Mireya Garcia. Happy Friday, happy St. Patrick's Day. And I actually have a double reason to celebrate because it's also my mom's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah,
Mireya.
Mireya,
You
that's
guys
right.
have the same name?
Same name.
I love
absolutely.
it.
So happy birthday to you, Mom. Are you doing anything major to celebrate?
Girl, this show is my St.
That's
Patrick's
right.
Day celebration. The green outfit, the dancers, the food. I've never had a shepherd's pie, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
This is going to be an awesome day.
A lot
and it's also
going
my
on.
friend Elizabeth's birthday, too. So
many
shout
birthdays.
out.
Hello.
What a fun day today.
So much celebration. And there's more to celebrate. We're going to check in on our Swifties because Taylor Swift gave her fans a surprise.
Yes, she always finds a way. So last night at 9 p.m. our time, she dropped 4 songs.
All of the girls you loved before. Made you the one I've fallen for.
So that song is called All of the Girls You Loved Before. It's brand new. The other 3 songs are part of her massive re-recording of her classics. Taylor's tour kicks off today in Arizona, and what an amazing way to help fans get excited for that. I love waking up on a Friday with a little sprinkling of new Taylor Swift songs.
I know, it's
Yes,
amazing.
please.
And Jody's going to be there tonight, I think.
Oh, yeah, she flew to Arizona, too. I'm so jealous. I
Very
wish I thought
exciting.
of doing that.
Absolutely.
You can really tell. I was listening to these 4 new songs as I was getting ready this morning. You can really tell all the different eras from them because some of them were from 2010, 2012, and then, of course, now. So it's really cool to listen to them. And it makes me kind of thankful for how far she's come musically, too.
I think it's also really nice as a fan of an artist who really shares the waves of life, the different chapters with you. I think that a lot of artists get stuck in having like one vibe because that's what works. And it's really nice to see that artists like Taylor Swift are able to share their lives through music, and it works.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And speaking of music, Billie Eilish, our favorite Billie Eilish. She is stepping into the world of acting in Donald Glover's new Amazon Prime horror series that's called Swarm. So the trailer was released teasing Eilish's character ahead of the show's premiere today. This one is about a young woman whose obsession with a pop idol takes a dark turn. All 7 episodes of the show are available now in case you're wanting to really binge that.
Yes, and this was a total surprise too. So if you heard this news and thought, wait, I didn't even know that Billie Eilish was getting into acting or knew about this, this was a complete surprise to everybody. It was a completely unannounced role. So I think we were all shocked when we saw it on our phones, or you're just hearing about it right now, that Billie Eilish was into acting. But she has kind of smashed it with acting before. She was on SNL a little bit over a year ago. She voiced herself on The Simpsons. So I'm excited to see her play a cult leader in this. I think that's going to be really interesting, and it looks like she's really good in it just from the trailer.
Yeah, and looking back, there were, I want to say, little hints because Billie really just keeps to herself, I feel like, and then she comes out a lot more into the public eye, whether it's parties like at the Oscars, to really just be seen and be talked about. And when you're already at that level of fame, I think that you have to do that kind of bare minimum work. Not really bare minimum. I mean, you're all dressed up and going out, but to be talked about. So we were kind of already talking about her a little bit, and then there's this.
Yeah.
So it should be good.
Very excited. And if you want to just see her, you can skip to episode 4. Okay, Demi Lovato is set to make her debut as a director for a documentary on Hulu. It's called Child Star, and it looks to deconstruct the highs and lows of growing up in the spotlight through the lens of some of the world's most famous child stars, including, of course, Lovato herself. The documentary is going to be released next year. I'm excited for this.
I'm excited, but it's always kind of a sad story. I think there are very few instances where a child who grows up in this industry just finds an easy road to success and then, you know, continues that success. I think there's just so many more stories of these children, really babies in some cases, that are placed in this career path and is just really a struggle for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely. I feel like Christy Carlson Romano has talked a lot about that lately, former Disney Channel star from Even Stevens, as well as like Allison Stoner, who used to be on the Disney Channel. But here's the thing, I know it's going to go through the highs and lows, but Disney mostly owns Hulu, which is where it's going to air. So I don't think it's going to be like this super depressing documentary. I think they will touch on the highs and lows, but I feel like it'll end on a high, probably because so many of these people have these amazing platforms and get to share their music and acting roles and all the amazing things that they do with the world. And I really hope that Demi uses her connections with like Miley Cyrus and some of the other huge Disney stars to speak out about it too. And who better than Demi to make this? I mean, she's been the subject of a couple different documentaries, so it's going to be great to kind of see it from her perspective.
And I don't know if this is just my own observation, but I feel like in general, when it comes to child stars, generally, if you were on Disney, you have an easier path to success, though that is not the case for absolutely everybody. But we have seen sort of more troubles with Nickelodeon child stars, and I think that maybe the expectation is a little bit different there. Like maybe, at least from what I've seen, Nickelodeon really tries to keep you there longer, and with Disney, you sort of outgrow it. We'll have to see that documentary, see how it plays out. All right, we love fashion trends around here.
Oh boy, buckle up.
Buckle up. I don't think this one's going to be for me, but let's see if it's for you, Carly, okay? These fashion trends come and go. These little boots right here, tennis shoes, really.
I'm sorry, there's a boot in there?
Yeah, right. It's Dolce & Gabbana, girl. Woo-woo. So this shoe looks like it needs to go in a garbage can, right? Because it looks like a trash bag. So Dolce & Gabbana actually calls them the Napa Effect Wave Mid-Top Sneaker. A mouthful. Sounds very fancy, but this is how they look. And people saying they look like little tiny trash bags. They do have a chunky rubber sole, and they're described as futuristic, okay? And they cost a whole $1,200. What do you think?
Okay, you know where I think they got their inspiration from this? When you go outside and you didn't know it was gonna rain or you didn't know it was gonna snow and you wrap your feet in little plastic bags.
Yeah.
And then that's how you walk around. I think that's where this came from. That is what this looks
weird.
like.
It is. I cannot go to bat for these shoes, and you know I'm into a weird shoe, but you know.
You did get on board with the big red boots.
The big old red boots.
Do you think those are better than these? Because I would wear these over the big red boots.
But these are just ugly and $1,200.
Yeah.
And the red boots are hilarious and $300. I don't know.
Are we going for ugly or hilarious with our fashion choices
I go
now?
hilarious.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see. Speaking of trends, there's a new food trend on the rise. Rat snacks. But don't worry, there are no actual rats involved, thankfully. A rat snack is a combination that you can throw together when nobody else is around, like a pickle wrapped in fried cheese or caviar on Doritos. Most recently, Selena Gomez says that she is a big fan of dipping buttered, salty popcorn in pickle juice.
Yes.
Yes?
I love that.
You're into that? Wait, you do? This is a thing?
Yeah, I guess we're both adorable Latinas, so, you know.
Okay.
Maybe we have that in common.
I've never heard of that before.
So not pickle juice for me, but I like jalapeno juice.
Oh.
Yes.
But doesn't it make the popcorn soggy?
Gotta eat it fast, girl. Just eat it fast.
It stays crunchy, so you do a quick dip and then you just eat it?
Or if it gets mushy, that's okay. It still tastes good.
Do you have any other rat snacks?
That's my biggest one. That's my biggest one. But I do love, like, I think this one's not too weird, but like dinamitas. They're kind of like a Takis with cream cheese. I think that tastes pretty good
I
too.
could see that being good.
Yeah.
Because like a little crunch, a little spice, and a little cream.
Yeah.
I could see that being good.
What about you?
Mix. I don't, look, I'm not afraid of being weird, but I don't really have anything super gross. But I do drink these smoothies where it sounds and looks really disgusting.
What is it?
It's like peanut butter, spinach, blueberries, like chia seeds, almond milk, cinnamon, all this stuff mixed together, and it turns like brown and gross.
Right.
But the thing is, you can't taste the spinach in it. It just
Right.
becomes like green water, but it's so good for you.
Yes.
So I'll like sneak spinach in there, but that's the closest thing I feel like I have to a rat snack. I've really tried to think about this.
Right.
I don't know.
No. I guess I'm into like some weirds. I mean, I did
Yeah.
eat octopus on the show, right? So
That is
I'm
true.
into some weird stuff.
I want to try some more. Maybe we should have like a little day where we bring different like dips and little sauces and
Everyone's
dip
weird
different
little
things in there.
snacks. I do
Find our
like
new
that.
favorite rat snack.
But you know what? Throwing spinach in any sort of smoothie, I like to call that my mom hack to get my kid to eat anything. So you mommed yourself, girl.
Yeah, girl. My mom used to mom my sister and put green beans in ice cream so that she would eat it.
Really?
Yeah, and it totally worked.
Well, dang.
I might have like canceled out the nutritional benefits. I don't know. But I remember as a kid watching it happen and be like,
she still
least it's
ate the
working.
vegetable. Yeah, she still ate the vegetable. All right, well, we've all used standard questions. We're used to seeing that on job applications. But what happens when things get a little bit personal? So a graphic designer from Ohio getting a lot of attention for posting an unusual question from a job post, okay? The question is right here. It says, how do you feel life has worked out for you so far? And ask people to record a short 2 to 5 minute video response. A lot of people saying that this question was just too intrusive, but some people are defending it, saying that it was fair game. So what would you do, Carly, if you were asked this question?
I would make a video and talk about my life.
Right.
I think this is a really smart job interview question because you're getting beneath the surface of it, the like rehearsed question and answers that you get asked in any interview. I remember once I was in a job interview and they asked me, do you consider yourself a lucky person? And I was like, I would consider myself lucky, but you know, I also think you create your own luck, blah, blah, blah. I had my own answer for it. But then later I was walking out of that like, why did he ask me if I consider myself lucky? And I think they just want to see the way that you think. They probably want to see if you have a positive or negative outlook on things, if you acknowledge your privilege, how self-reflective you can be. So I love a creative job interview question. I think this is great.
Yeah, so for me, I think the question is fine. So I don't see why we're like losing our mind about it. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's twofold for me. So one, this kind of question weeds out people who don't want to answer the question, right? So a lot of companies, especially with really desirable jobs, get tons of applicants. So this kind of question weeds out, it's like the new cover letter. If we could do this instead of the cover letter.
Yes, please.
Thank you, yes. But secondly, I think it's also a way of weeding out people who maybe are not I don't know, I guess I would say emotionally stable enough for the job, because if you are asked this question and you really bare your soul in an inappropriate way, I think that could be a bit of a trick, right? It's a question. You're allowed to answer it however you want, and you can keep it work-related if you want to as well. So I think it's a interesting little landmine that you need to sidestep.
Interesting little landmine. Yeah. Also, just actually making the video will weed out a lot of people because most people don't want to do that, but that can really help you. Okay, still to come on Studio 13 Live, it is time for Top Entertainment Headlines with TMZ.
Tyra Banks is saying goodbye to Dancing with the Stars, and we're letting you in on what she's doing next.
I wanna see you.
All right, so it is time to take a look at what is popping in the world of celebrity news.
Yes, and for that we are bringing in TMZ senior producer Charlie Neff. Hey, Charlie.
Hi, ladies. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. Okay, so I'm really curious to hear all about this. Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott, they changed their baby's name a little while ago, but I hear they are just now legally changing their son's name. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Kylie and Travis both filed documents to make it official. So if you guys remember, their son's name originally was Wolf, and they had made an announcement that his name was Wolf Webster. But then a couple weeks after that, they had realized that they didn't like the name, didn't feel like the name suited the baby, and instead went with the name Aire, A-I-R-E. And so now they filed this petition, which both of them had signed, and basically said once they got to know their baby, they felt like their baby wasn't really a wolf. So yeah, it's official. Now his name is Air. And it's kind of like fitting, right? Because their daughter is Stormy. So you have Stormy, you have Air. It's kind of like in the weather universe. But yeah, so Air, they said, is actually a Hebrew name, which means Lion of God. So very special and kind of a cool name.
Yeah, interesting. I will say, though, that this might sound like wild to some people, but I think it's true that sometimes you get to know your baby and you think this is not the right name for them. So I think, if anything, it shows us that you can change your mind when they're pretty young still, right?
Oh, yeah. My mom changed my sister's name after she was born. It happens all the time.
Awesome.
We're not celebrities,
Yeah, you never know.
We're talking about it now, though. Hey, Tyra Banks is hanging up her ballroom outfit, saying goodbye to her role on Dancing with the Stars. What's she going to do instead?
Yeah, so she was hosting Dancing with the Stars since 2020, and now she is saying goodbye to that. Instead, she is going to be still working on her ice cream company that she has, which is called Smize and Dream. Which originally was just like an international ice cream shop, but now she's looking to bring it to the U.S. So our cameras actually got her out at Whole Foods, where she had just bought some groceries. And actually, it looks like she's kind of testing out some ice cream options. She had some toppings like marshmallows and chocolates, and she kind of like laughed about it with our camera guy that she's, trying different things for the ice cream company. But yeah, no more Dancing with the Stars, which I think a lot of people will miss her. But no word if Tom Bergeron is going to be making a comeback or not. But yeah, no, we won't be seeing her on Dancing with the Stars anymore.
I feel like if she puts her like America's Next Top Model kind of ferociousness into this ice cream creation, we're going to get some really good flavor combos, though.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely inspired the ice cream company because it's called Smize. And remember, the whole Smize thing came from America's Next Top Model, so she is still rolling with it.
I've been trying to smize my whole career. I can't get it.
I don't know how to do it either.
Charlie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, ladies. I'll catch you next time.
Okay, bye.
A New Line Cinema Shazam! Fury of the Gods is flying into theaters today.
Yes, and we here at Studio 13 Live want to give you and your family and friends a chance to see Zachary Levi and the entire Shazamily return to battle it out against the vengeful daughters of Atlas. Every day this week, we're revealing a magic keyword, unlocking your chance to win 4 passes to see the film.
Yeah, all right, ready? Today's keyword is battle. That's right, battle. Now you can head over to fox13seattle.com/contest. You can enter the word battle. That's the key word to try and win. Good luck. Still ahead, Kel's Irish Restaurant and Bar is showing us how to make some St. Patrick's Day drinks.
Plus, hear how they are celebrating their 40th anniversary. We'll be right back.
I wanna see.
Hey, it is time for Seattle Sips, where we check out some amazing drinks in our area.
And today we are joined by Patrick Pierce McAleese with Kel's Irish Restaurant and Bar. Welcome.
How you doing, guys?
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me here. This is great.
Yeah, this is awesome. You've got a lot of stuff going on here. I know Kel's is in Pike Place Market and occupies one of the oldest buildings in the city. Tell us all about it, and when was it founded?
It's pretty exciting. Actually, not only is it Kel's 40th anniversary, it's the building's 120th anniversary, and it would have been my dad's 90th birthday last week, too.
Oh, wow.
So that kind
Awesome.
of kicked off our whole St. Patrick's Day celebration, so that was a lot of fun. So
That's excellent. So how are you celebrating your 40th anniversary?
good. We do. It's not unlike other past years, but let's face it, the last 3 years were kind of interesting.
They were tough. Yeah, they were tough.
So it's exciting. We got flew in 3 bands all the way from Ireland.
Wow.
Well, kind of. One of them lost all their luggage.
You flew part of
So
it.
hopefully we'll get
wearing
there.
pajamas.
Hopefully we get the instruments today. So.
Oh, man.
But that's going to be a really, really special part of our celebration, having those guys here till all the way to Monday. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Great. What drinks are we making today?
I think we do start with our traditional Irish coffee,
Okay.
which, funny enough, was started, they say, made famous when the Americans started visiting Ireland back in the 50s.
Okay.
And they were trying to get the American people to start drinking whiskey, and they're like, oh, I got an idea. We'll do it with coffee. But I always laugh at this one. I'm pretty sure people have probably been sneaking whiskey into their coffee for a lot longer than Pan Am was going here.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So should I start,
So
you guys?
Yes, let's start.
So here's what we do here. One thing I've always wanted to do this for years was do a proper gourmet Irish coffee. Some people either they went cheap on the whiskey or they went cheap on especially the cream or the coffee. So we do a really nice Eilish coffee here. Of course we do our Jameson. So we'll start with this process. You know, usually start with. I usually go with brown sugar, or the real purist goes with no sugar, or probably the real purist just goes with whiskey.
You make it for us how we
There
like
you
it.
go.
Light on the coffee,
So a
heavy
little
on the
bit of
whiskey.
sugar there. And we do, you know, the old Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, you know. ounce and a half, you know. Got our coffee just down here, guys. There we go.
Wonderful.
Nice.
And of course, we give it a little stir for those at home, you know.
Yeah.
There we go. And we finish off with this. And I think this is what really sets, especially our coffees at Kel's, you know, it's the cream. You know,
Yeah.
it's not whipped cream, it's the heavy cream. So it's the, you know, we may have, you know, over whipped it a little bit here. I got a little,
Nice and thick.
Got a
It's
little
like a
excited.
meal.
I got a little excited
It's a very
before you
special
guys showed
holiday,
up.
you
so
know?
there you go. So
You can really taste the difference with homemade whipped cream.
it is. So well, I guess we've overdone it, but you know.
That's okay.
You know.
That
Today
looks
for it.
amazing.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
I can make you two. We'll start you there. you know.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
You know.
Excellent. Okay, so and while we're working on this, tell me about the bites that you have as
Absolutely.
well.
So these are from our last 40 years. These have been kind of our, you know, our mainstays here. We have our traditional Irish Ballycastle sausage roll, which is not too far from my home in North Antrim in Ireland. Over here we have our chicken pasty, which we've do with our tarragon cream sauce, which is again doing it for the last 40 years, and it's been very, very popular. And of course,
try
over here we
these,
have
okay.
we also have our beef and mushroom over here.
Oh, yeah.
And for you, when you come down to Kel's to visit, we do have our vegetarian selection there too. And,
awesome.
And actually, next week we're actually going to bring a gluten-free in. So,
Hey, there you go. Something
know.
for everybody.
Yes, from everybody. yeah.
And are we making one more drink today?
We certainly are.
Okay,
It's called the Marconi coffee. I kind of come up with it because Marconi, who kind of did the wireless Morse code, he did it again, just not from this place called Ballycastle over to a place called Rathlin Island. And Marconi happened to be John Jameson's grandson.
Oh.
So, you know.
Well, history
little
for you.
trivia.
So we
yeah.
could argue over, you know, who discovered really the wireless Morse code, but that's kind of the first time they tried it. So
Yeah.
it was from that little place. So what we start with, Jameson's.
Of
you know.
course.
Of course.
And we'll do the little ounce and a half. Okay.
All
And then
righty.
we'll do the Baileys to soften it a little bit.
Oh, I love
know.
Bailey's. That's pretty
There
good.
we go. But here's how we finish it off with. We do an Eilish espresso. Already done with about 4 shots in this one. So we
Wow, a quad shot.
Hello.
you know, so.
It'll wake you up
And
a
you
little bit.
can, you know, do a little shake on this one here. Don't need to do too much, but.
While you're shaking, this man has an amazing bow tie.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Funny story. I have a very dear friend, Dr. Bruce Twaddle, came the whole way from New Zealand 2 nights ago, and he goes home Sunday. So he brought me a bow tie with an Irish flag and an American flag in it from New Zealand. Very sustainable.
I love
there you
it.
go.
I love it.
So here we go, guys.
Okay.
We'll do a. You know,
There's
so
just something so classy about a martini.
Beautiful.
yeah, so
I'll give this
go.
one a
Give
try.
that one
Thank
a
you
try
so
there.
much.
Thank you so much,
And
Patrick.
thank you.
This has been
and we forgot
awesome.
I forgot about my mom's Irish traditional soda bread.
There we
Bethany's
go.
Irish soda bread. It's,
This'll wake you up.
We usually have the soda, and we also have the wheaten as well.
Awesome. Well, be sure to check out Kel's St. Patrick's Irish Festival on March 8th. We've got more info on our website at fox13seattle.com/studio13live. And a big reminder, if you are drinking, please do not drive. Be sure to walk, call an Uber, or call a friend. Okay, still ahead, he was one of the most well-received stand-up comics on The Tonight Show.
Yeah, we're chatting with Pete Lee ahead of his shows at the Tacoma Comedy Club. We'll be right back.
Our next guest is the first stand-up comedian to get a standing ovation on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
And you can see how funny he is for yourself at the Tacoma Comedy Club this weekend. We are joined today by comedian Pete Lee. Welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me here.
Thanks for being here.
This is wonderful. I love your set. I love your. I like that you did a green couch just for St.
you,
Patrick's.
just for today.
Is this just for today?
No.
You guys,
the couch.
your production budget is is at least $1,500 a day.
We are all very coordinated here. Now, I know there's a unique story about you and The Tonight Show. Share it with us.
Yeah, so I've always been a huge fan of The Tonight Show, a huge fan of Jimmy Fallon, and I wanted to be on the show. And then all of a sudden, I was performing in New York City, and in the crowd, Jimmy Fallon just stood up, and he's like, so I told this joke. I never want to offend anybody. Like the other day, this guy sneezed, and I want to say bless you, but instead I go, happy holidays. And Jimmy Fallon was in the crowd, and he goes, oh my God, yes. He's like, I love this guy, and he clapped, and I was like, I'm on stage, and I guess people should be starstruck for me, but I was starstruck by an audience member, and it was Jimmy Fallon. I go, oh my God, Jimmy Fallon, and I want to say I love you, but instead I love your Tonight Show, and I love your impulse control, because he had just stood up and interrupted the show, and he's like, thanks, I don't have any, I'll tell you about it later. And I was like, we're gonna talk later. Oh my God. And then after the show, he came up to me and he's like, yeah, I have no impulse control. He goes, like, I was at Justin Timberlake's wedding, and I kept just taking the microphone and giving speeches like in Bridesmaids, and he's like just the coolest, sweetest guy, and he invited me on the show, and I've been on there 7 times now.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, it changed my whole life, my whole career, and I'm probably here in your studio because of it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he was at your show that night.
Me too. Yeah, it changed everything. And then now, because of him, I'm viral on TikTok. Isn't that crazy? That's the new thing.
It's wild. We're on it all day long.
Yeah,
we love it.
I'm 45 years old, and I think I'm the only influencer on TikTok that also sleeps with a CPAP mask.
Oh my gosh. You gotta get that good sleep, though.
You gotta get that good sleep, and this is 45. Yeah.
Anything for good sleep.
Anything for good sleep.
I know your shows have a lot of audience interaction. How do you pick the people that you're going to talk to in the crowd?
I have no idea. I literally have no idea, and I take a GoPro on stage, and if somebody really doesn't want to be talked to, I always start it off by I'll have my GoPro, and I'll be like, so if anybody doesn't want to be on camera, just like give me a nod, and I won't put you on camera. But I'm usually, oh yeah, you can see a clip right there. I'll pick up my camera and I'll literally point it at an audience member and his wife, and I'll be like, is this your mistress? You know, like welcome to Cheaters Exposed. Yeah,
no.
so that's the shows are very interactive. When I first started bringing the GoPro on stage, I just wanted to be able to have like a secret audience camera, and then people, you know, when you put a camera in front of people, we're on camera all day. People are on Zooms, they're, you know, on their camera phones, they're on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And so people saw the camera, and I just saw them just like staring at it. Oh. And I was like, oh, okay, so they know. So I need to point it out, and now I'll actually like take it, and if I'm talking to somebody, I'll point it at them, and it becomes a whole thing.
Oh my God.
And like, hey, you're on the spot, and they love it. I thought they'd hate it, but they love it.
It's like a new bit.
It's a new bit,
Yeah.
And now people will come to the crowds, and they actually will pay more to sit up front so that I pick on them.
Really?
And
I'm always the person like hiding in the background because I'm so shy when it comes to comedy shows.
Yeah, I went to a comedy show recently, and there was a comedian on stage, and I was wearing a hat. Nobody knew that it was me, but I was there with a bunch of friends. And the comedian's like, and you, what's your deal? And I was like, I'm a comedian, don't talk to me. And so I'm actually you. I don't want to be talked to when I'm in the crowd. But when I'm up there, I want to talk to everybody.
Yeah. That's awesome. So I know you just got to the Seattle area, Tacoma area. Have you noticed anything weird about Washingtonians yet, or are you still getting to know us?
Well, my fiance's parents, they live in Washougal, Washington, so I spend a lot of time in Washington already. Do I notice anything weird about them? Yeah, I mean, you guys are weird.
Us personally, or all of Washington?
I would thrive on being weird.
Yeah,
it's
me
fine.
too.
No, you're both babes. I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know how to put it, but
You can come back to our show.
Yeah, you can come back.
There's nothing weird about the two of you, but yeah, I mean, this whole city, a lot of the state, they pride themselves on just being kind of cuckoo, right?
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
They love being. I mean, it's like keep Seattle weird. Yeah, there's that. Like kind of hipster. I don't even know what to call it. I'm so old. I don't even know what hipsters call themselves anymore. Is it still hipsters?
I don't know either.
It was Visco Girl. I can't think of what it is now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
call them hipsters. They stay hipsters forever to me.
They say,
Yeah.
I just know that if you go to a brunch in Seattle, you're going to see a lot of weird hats. You know,
Sure.
it's a lot of people that are like, this is my individuality. And I'm like,
Ain't lots of comfy clothes.
yeah, I'm like,
Yes.
cute.
Right. Because you're from Wisconsin originally, right?
I'm from Wisconsin, and like, it's not that we don't have hipsters there. It's that we just, I don't know. It's like, I say that in Wisconsin, like, because we're like one of the top educated states, and then it's also super redneck. So I'm like, Wisconsin's the only place where you'll see a Tesla 3 with a dead deer on top of it.
Oh my gosh!
And sorry for the visual. I'm very sorry that I said that.
And
but
you live in LA now?
I live in LA.
Yeah. And you used to live in New York. What do you
live-
miss about like the other places you used to live?
Well, I mean, I loved New York because I was just such a weirdo there.
Yeah.
Like, I would walk down the street, and I say hi to everybody. I'm the most friendly person that you'll ever meet. And I'd be like, hi, and people would be like, no. They'd be like, you're scared. Hey, you're scaring my kid with your friendliness. But I want to say hi to everyone. But that's what I like about here. People here are super friendly because they consume 300 milligrams of caffeine a day, and so they just want to talk.
The energy has to go somewhere.
The energy has to go somewhere.
So you're a part of some big TV projects right now. Tell us about that.
Oh gosh. So I have something. I don't know if this is what you're asking about, but I actually am I'm the lead voice in a cartoon called Jam Van, and the executive producers are Bill Sherman and Lin-Manuel Miranda from
Icon.
and I auditioned for it. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this, but Wayne Brady, he was doing my part, and he couldn't do it anymore, so he quit. And anyway, so then they brought me in as a replacement, and the first thing that I had to do is do a duet with Lin-Manuel Miranda from Hamilton.
Gosh.
And I was like, this is like my Make-A-Wish. This is crazy. And it's now on YouTube Kids because Lin wanted it to be just shot out to as many people as could see it. And so you can go to YouTube Kids, type in Jam Van, and you'll see it. I play a cartoon lamb.
Very
that's
sweet.
so me. But
What have you learned from working with Lin-Manuel Miranda?
oh my God, I've learned that I have self-control because, which previously I thought that I didn't, but I mean, I probably love him more than any celebrity ever, and I admire his work. I've listened to Hamilton a million times.
Sure.
And I actually got through the whole thing without just hugging him and spooning him while standing up. Like,
Did you tell him later that you were a big fan?
yeah, I was like, oh my God, I love you so much. He's like, your eyes said it.
He probably gets that a
He
lot.
knew, yeah. Yeah.
I saw in your stand-up you talk about, life as a people pleaser. Any scenarios lately where you've kind of like run into that a little bit more?
Oh my God. Well, so I just love people, and this is a true story. I was driving along. I was on like a 6-hour car drive. I was on hour like 4.5, and I hadn't talked to anybody. Like none of my friends had picked up. And I saw a state trooper just hanging out in the median, and I just sped up because I wanted to talk to him.
Oh my
and
gosh.
This is a true story. He pulled me over. He's like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" I was like, "Because I have an awful need to connect." And he was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I wanted to talk to somebody. I didn't talk to anybody." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna have to give you a ticket that's like $200." I was like, "My therapist charges $250." And he was like, "Have you been
$50
drinking?" I was like,
cheaper.
"I could grab a beer." So happy St. Patty's Day. That's the theme.
Oh, thank you
You're
so much for
awesome.
joining us today. We really
you.
had a great time.
Oh my
All
God,
right,
thank
comedian
you.
Pete Lee, everybody. He's at the Tacoma Comedy Club this weekend. We posted all the info on our website. You gotta go see him. The guy's great. It's on fox13seattle.com/studio13live. All right, thanks again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Coming up, the St. Patrick's Day's festivities are just gonna keep going.
Oh yeah, the Seattle Irish Dance Company is joining us for a special performance right here on Studio 13 Live. Stick around.
And the party just keeps going. There is no better way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day than with a little drinking, which we did. Now it's time for a little dancing.
And today we are joined by Carly Kniff, Jillian Pintai, and Leanne Lehay with the Seattle Irish Dance Company. Welcome.
Hello.
We saw you warming up and you were incredible. And some of you have actually been dancing together since you were young, right?
Yeah,
Tell us all about that.
Yeah, so actually, Leanne and I grew up dancing together, and Jillian and I have been dancing together for about 12 years.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And how many people are a part of the dance company?
I think when everybody's healthy and uninjured, we're probably 7 or 8 dancers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you tour and perform all around North America and Ireland. So tell us a little bit about some of the places that you've been able to perform.
Yeah, so we've been able to perform all over the Pacific Northwest with several different local musicians. We've also been on tour in Ireland and Hawaii. And most recently, we've been at Vegas at Mandalay Bay as a headliner for a performance there.
So exciting, and I'm sure you have a lot of big performances coming up for St. Patrick's Day. Awesome.
All right, we are going to get a sneak peek, and we want to make sure we see your dance in full, so we will continue this interview after this amazing performance.
Thank you.
Can't wait to check it out. gosh, y'all are so good at what you do. What was the hardest part of learning that dance?
Oh, you guys take a deep breath.
Yeah.
We're all going to take a deep breath because they just did something amazing. My goodness. Great job. That was so exciting.
Yeah.
I think for me, I've only been a part of the company for about 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh! You're so in sync with everybody.
Thank you. So just the learning curve of learning all of their dances, and also this is a brand new piece, so it was a real collaborative effort along with everyone.
That's incredible. I would have never known.
Yes, beautiful. Wow. Okay, so I know that you guys, feel free to take those deep breaths because that was a lot of work, and you really make it look easy, which I think is a testament. But like we're up close and we're seeing how you're moving.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's something that is difficult to do and learn, but you can learn it with your online classes that you guys have. Talk to me a little bit about those workshops.
Yeah, you can absolutely learn it. A lot of people start when they're kids, but we think it's really important to keep adults dancing and to teach adults. So we do offer classes online and workshops in person. So we really are trying to kind of bring the Irish dance spirit to everybody because it's so fun.
Do you want to quickly teach us one of the moves?
Is there a move we could learn?
Yeah, what can we
Leanne has a
learn?
move that she's ready to teach you.
So this is called a hop 2-3.
Oh.
So we're going to start out in 5th position, just like this.
Oh, 5th position.
Beautiful.
Got it.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop on the back foot and bring our front leg up to our waist. We're just gonna go hop, step together.
Hop, step
together.
That's it.
Flash everybody here. There we go.
Beautiful.
We'll go with that.
Excellent. Well, Carly, Sarah, Jillian, thank you so much for being here with us today. Seattle Irish Dance Company and their upcoming performance. We do have a link for all the information, and you should really watch these beautiful dancers live. It is amazing.
Yeah, this was so much fun. Thank you all so much for coming in today.
Thank you
so much.
Fabulous. Coming up, we're going to learn how to make St. Patrick's Day dishes with Miladys Irish Pub.
All right, that includes some meat and vegetarian shepherd's pie. Hey, we'll be right back.
I wanna see.
Hey, it is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing food in our area.
Yes, and today we are joined by Vance Wilson with Miladys Irish Pub. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for coming here, having us eat your food, honestly. So tell us a little bit about Miladys. It is a female-owned Irish pub in Magnolia neighborhood. What is it like?
It's just super cozy, very homey, very neighborhoody, a lot of regulars. Yeah, just fun vibes. Relaxing.
Awesome.
We love to hear it.
What are we making today?
Shepherd's pie. It's one of our most popular dishes. So, yeah.
Yeah, let's get right into it.
Let's get on it.
And what do you put in that?
So this is a little bit of olive oil, just to get it hot. Then we start with the veggies. So we got corn, onion, celery, garlic. Carrots, onion, celery, garlic, sorry.
Beautiful.
I feel like that's what I start my soup bases with. And
Yeah, it's like a
whole...
mirepoix, pretty much. It's like just the basics.
Beautiful. And
Little
we heat
mirepoix.
that up.
Yeah, we just sweat this down.
That's beautiful.
And it's a pretty dog-friendly space too, right?
The patio's dog friendly.
I love that.
So summertime, we're all about the dogs. We got the dog treats, everything like that.
Seattle's such a dog-friendly city too, so I love that. We can
It's
bring
hard
our
not to
furry
be.
friends.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what's next here?
Next is the ground lamb. So it's like 85-15, like lean to fat.
Now, is it traditionally lamb in the shepherd's pie?
Yes. Absolutely.
Beautiful. Okay. And I think what I'm really excited about is you're teaching us kind of what goes into this, but we do have a few that are totally done, and it's not just meat options, right?
Yeah, you've got some vegetarian options too.
So what's really cool is we have a lot of vegetarian options for an Irish pub, which is awesome. Even our gravy that we use in a whole bunch of stuff, like our sausage rolls, shepherd's pie, it's vegetarian.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What's the base for the gravy? I know sometimes it's like mushrooms,
So
sometimes
it's an
other
onion
things.
base, but we do like a
Great.
very dark roux. So we cook the butter and the flour for about like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yum.
So it's very tedious, but
Yeah.
yeah, it turns
Well
out really
worth
well.
the work, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Now, I know this is a silly question, but do you expect to be pretty busy today? Maybe this whole weekend?
Oh my gosh, you don't even know. Yeah, we've been prepping for about a week straight, so hopefully we're prepared.
Yeah.
I think we are.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
How do you know it was a solid St. Patty's Day?
When you look at the numbers at the end,
Yeah.
and everyone's still alive, yeah.
That is
Every
true.
Irish pub's favorite day of the year. And what are you putting in now?
So this is usually use tomato paste, but this is like our house ketchup. So it's got like a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of balsamic vinegar.
I bet a homemade ketchup is so much better than a store-bought ketchup. Even though store-bought ketchup's great,
Yeah.
it's like fresher,
Make
right?
it special. Make it
Yeah,
the way you
we
want.
just try to set
Yeah.
ourselves apart in a different way.
Yeah,
You know?
that's
Absolutely.
awesome. Now, what I love about a shepherd's pie is that you can really put whatever you want in it when you're making it at home. And I feel like it's one of those
Absolutely.
dishes that is like, it's hard to mess it up, right? Like, it's just supposed to taste delicious and homey if you
It's
get the right.
comfort food.
Yeah.
You can't really mess it up, right?
Yeah.
As long as it
Challenge
tastes good.
accepted.
Well, I know. Don't eat our shepherd's pies, but that's okay. What's next here?
So I added some Worcestershire. Next is some rosemary,
Ooh, I love
a little bit of
rosemary.
thyme, a little herbaceousness.
That's always delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you, this is one of your most popular dishes, but what other menu items would you say are really popular?
Sausage rolls are really popular. Fish and chips.
Of course.
Yeah.
What about drinks?
Drinks. Guinness, obviously. Yeah, Jameson. But we have a great cocktail selection as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you have any cider on your menu?
We do.
Yeah.
We have a Yonder Cashmere cider right now, which is
that's awesome.
delicious.
Love.
Carly's
That's my
about the
favorite
cider.
cider.
Really? Oh, my
Yeah,
Absolutely.
velvet cashmere.
So once this is all cooked up and together, talk to me about the process of making the perfect shepherd's pie once the insides are all cooked up.
So once the insides are all cooked up, you pretty much top it with mashed potatoes, whatever kind of mashed potatoes you like. We use heavy cream, a lot of butter, salt and pepper.
That's how you know it's good.
I mean, butter makes everything so good.
Exactly. And then once you have your potatoes done, you kind of put it in whatever vessel you like this, and then top it with the mashed potatoes, like however you want. I put a little bit of cheese on it, a little bit of nuttiness with the pecorino. And then, throw in the oven, get it nice and crispy, and then,
Wonderful. So many flavors all together. And I love that you have a lot of herbs in that too.
Yeah, it looks delicious. Now, here's something for, the people who can't cook like me. You want all of this to be cooked through entirely?
Absolutely.
On the inside. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You're not eating raw meat, girl.
I mean, I have, right? But that's all right. Now, is this flour that you put in there?
It's flour just to thicken it up a little bit.
Okay.
And then that's when we add the veggie stock.
Beautiful.
Like I said, we have a lot of vegetarian options, so we only have veggie stock.
Oh, that's
great.
Yeah.
Nice and easy that way.
Exactly.
That looks amazing already. It feels warm and cozy. That is amazing. Now,
I might try
this that's done already?
Absolutely,
Okay. I'm going in on it.
That's veggie. This it has the lamb. Is that right?
It does have the lamb.
Yeah, excellent.
The veggie has the impossible meat.
It has what?
Impossible meat.
Oh, I love impossible meat. I'm so excited for this.
Look at that.
So good and cheesy. So good. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love
Great
that.
job.
Wow, that is amazing. Good for a cold day, warm day, whatever you want. Delicious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Vance,
thanks
thank you so
so
much.
much for coming
thanks for having
in.
me.
I have mashed potatoes in my mouth.
Be sure to check out Miladys Irish Pub in Magnolia. We've got more info up on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live.
And we do want to give a very important reminder. If you are drinking tonight, have fun, but please don't drive. There are so many options available. Be safe and have a wonderful weekend.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yay.
I hope you had as much fun as we did today. Today was such a fun show.
The best show.
Fabulous.
Thanks for
see you
hanging with us.
Monday.
Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sun shining through the clouds. I'm gonna make.
Hey, it is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing food in our area.
Yes, and today we are joined by Vance Wilson with Miladys Irish Pub. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for for coming here, having us eat your food, honestly. So tell us a little bit about Miladys. It is a female-owned Irish pub in Magnolia neighborhood. What is it like?
It's just super cozy, very homey, very neighborhoody, a lot of regulars. Just fun vibes. Relaxing.
Awesome.
We love to hear it.
What are we making today?
Shepherd's pie. It's one of our most popular dishes. So, yeah.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get on it.
And what do you put in that?
So this is a little bit of olive oil, just to get it hot. Then we start with the veggies. So we got corn, onion, celery, garlic. Carrots, onion, celery, garlic, sorry.
Beautiful.
I feel like that's what I start my soup bases with. And
Yeah, it's like a
whole...
mirepoix, pretty much. It's like just the basics.
Beautiful. And
Little
we heat
mirepoix.
that up.
Yeah, we just sweat this down.
That's beautiful.
And it's a pretty dog-friendly space too, right?
The patio's dog friendly.
I love that.
So summertime, we're all about the dogs. We got the dog treats, everything like that.
Seattle's such a dog-friendly city too, so I love that. We can
It's
bring
hard
our
not to
furry
be.
friends.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what's next here?
Next is the ground lamb. So it's like 85-15, like lean to fat.
Now, is it traditionally lamb in the shepherd's pie?
Yes. Absolutely.
Beautiful. Okay. And I think what I'm really excited about is you're teaching us kind of what goes into this, but we do have a few that are totally done, and it's not just meat options, right?
Yeah, you've got some vegetarian options too.
So what's really cool is we have a lot of vegetarian options for an Irish pub, which is awesome. Even our gravy that we use in a whole bunch of stuff, like our sausage rolls, shepherd's pie, it's vegetarian.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What's the base for the gravy? I know sometimes it's like mushrooms,
So
sometimes
it's an
other
onion
things.
base, but we do like a
Great.
very dark roux. So we cook the butter and the flour for about like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yum.
So it's very tedious, but yeah, it turns
Well
out really
worth
well.
the work, I'm sure.
Now, I know this is a silly question, but do you expect to be pretty busy today? Maybe this whole weekend?
Oh my gosh, you don't even know. Yeah, we've been prepping for about a week straight, so hopefully we're prepared.
Yeah,
I think we are.
I think so.
How do you know it was a solid St. Patty's Day?
When you look at the numbers at the end,
Yeah.
and everyone's still alive,
That is
Every
true.
Irish pub's favorite day of the year. And what are you putting in now?
So this is, Usually use tomato paste, but this is like our house ketchup. So it's got like a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of balsamic vinegar.
I bet a homemade ketchup is so much better than a store-bought ketchup. Even though store-bought ketchup's great, it's like it's fresher,
Make
right?
it special. Make it the way you
we
want.
just try to set ourselves apart in a different way.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, what I love about a shepherd's pie is that you can really put whatever you want in it when you're making it at home. And I feel like it's one of those dishes that is like, it's hard to mess it up, right? Like, it's just supposed to taste delicious and homey if you get the right.
Food. Yeah, you can't really mess it up, right? As long as it tastes good.
Challenge accepted.
Well, I know. Don't eat our shepherd's pies, but that's okay. What's next here?
So I added some Worcestershire. Next is some rosemary.
Ooh, I love
a little
rosemary.
bit of thyme. A little herbaceousness.
That's always delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you, this is one of your most popular dishes, but what other menu items would you say are really popular?
Sausage rolls are really popular. Fish and chips.
Of course.
Yeah.
What about drinks?
Drinks? Guinness, obviously. Yeah, Jameson. But we have a great cocktail selection as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you have any cider on your menu?
We do.
Yeah.
We have a Yonder Cashmere cider right now, which is delicious.
Love.
Carly's
That's my
about the
favorite cider.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
velvet cashmere.
So once this is all cooked up and together, talk to me about the process of making the perfect shepherd's pie once the insides are all cooked up.
So once the insides are all cooked up, you pretty much top it with mashed potatoes, whatever kind of mashed potatoes you like. We use heavy cream, a lot of butter, salt and pepper.
That's how you know it's good.
I mean, butter makes everything so good.
Exactly. And then once you have your potatoes done, you kind of put it in whatever vessel you like this, and then top it with the mashed potatoes, like however you want. A little bit. I put a little bit of cheese on it, a little bit of nuttiness with the pecorino, and then throw in the oven, get it nice and crispy, and then
Wonderful. So many flavors all together. And I love that you have a lot of herbs in that too.
Yeah, it looks delicious. Now, here's something for, the people who can't cook like me. You want all of this to be cooked through entirely?
Absolutely.
On the inside. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You're not eating raw meat, girl.
I mean, I have, right? But that's all right. Now, is this flour that you put in there?
Yeah, it's flour just to thicken it up a little bit.
Okay.
And then that's when we add the veggie stock.
Beautiful.
Like I said, we have a lot of vegetarian options, so we only have veggie stock.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Nice and easy that way.
Exactly.
That looks amazing already. It feels warm and cozy. That is amazing. Now,
I might try
try this that's done already?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. I'm going in on it.
That's veggie. This it has the lamb. Is that right?
It does have the lamb.
Yeah, excellent.
The veggie has the impossible meat.
It has what?
Impossible meat.
Oh, I love impossible meat. I'm so excited for this.
Look at that. So good and cheesy.
So good. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love
Great
that.
job.
Wow, that is amazing. Good for a cold day, warm day, whatever you want. Delicious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Vance,
thanks
thank you so
for
much.
coming
thanks for having
in.
me.
I got mashed potatoes in my mouth.
Be sure to check out Miladys Irish Pub in Magnolia. We've got more info up on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
And we do want to give a very important reminder. If you are drinking tonight, have fun, but please don't drive. There are so many options available. Be safe and have a wonderful weekend.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yay.
I hope you had as much fun as we did today. Today was such a fun show.
The best show.
Fabulous.
Thanks for
see you
hanging with us.
Monday.
Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make